I think
Live. Look at the store.
Instagram gets to look. Well, we haven't gone live on the Instagram yet, so
Okay. They don't get to see people.
yeah, right about here we'll show both.
I have an adult juice box.
Right, that's kind of like what it is. An adult
My
high
adult,
C, or what do they call those? Capri Sun.
Capri Suns. Yes, I have an adult Capri Sun here. Apparently, it has wine and tea and lemonade or something. That's what I was told. I'll drink it anyway.
Tea and lemonade. So it's like a what's the Arnold Palmer?
Yep.
All right, everybody.
Arnold Palmer.
So instead of wine tonight, we're doing these fun things. Here, we'll show everybody.
Yay.
These are usually pretty good for $1.
It's pretty good. I'm not complaining.
Now, as long as mine doesn't spill while I get my straw ready.
Yeah, the straw falls in.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, you got to hold on to it. We're going to have to do the show one-handed. Between us, we have two hands, so it's okay.
That's right.
But you got to hold your straw.
I have to hold mine with my left, and you have to hold yours with your right, so we can do this here in the middle, right?
We can do that.
We can pretend that we're organized when we know
There
what the hell we're doing. All right, so tonight we are pairing candles and stones.
She's mad at me.
Oh, I'm mad at you.
She's annoyed with me. I'm sorry. I had to go and do a signing, hence the dress shirt. And
Right.
I forgot to bring my candles with me, and I didn't have time between when I was done to run back and get them and come here. So you either got me or candles. So we're substituting a little bit here, but that's probably good. And I'll explain why later. So, hi, everybody.
So these are going to be scents that Nikki can make for you, or if you happen to find them somewhere else. But they are better if you have Nikki make them for you.
I am kind of witchy. And I just don't see how a machine in a factory can give you that witchy part.
Right. So, because this one's right in front of me, we'll start with this one.
Oh, look, I'm on Instagram. Hi, Instagram.
Right, you're the main one on Instagram for a change
Yeah.
instead of me.
I'm sticking my head
So
away.
blue spruce. Are they really blue when you make blue spruce? Can they be blue?
They can be blue.
They can be blue. Smurfy blue? Maybe.
I could
Papa
do Smurfy blue.
That's right. Smurfy blue spruce.
I could make you a pale yellow blue spruce if that's what you want. I mean, I
And I lied, and I'm glad we asked that. That was a trick question because we're going to talk about blue musk.
yes, blue musk.
This is what I get for rushing too much. So blue musk is good for removing negativity and bringing in peace. So
Is it really?
This was 6:30 in the morning coffee time work that we did to be ready. So the stone that seemed to call out best for this, and not just because we're matching colors, but kyanite, especially the blue kyanite. Blue kyanite never needs to be cleansed on its
comes
own.
in a lot of colors.
It does. But we're going to go with blue. Blue will help to instantly realign your chakras, bring you into balance, and it's peaceful.
Give me that shit. I mean,
Here, have one.
thank you.
Hold one. So we have the raw piece, and then the other one that Nikki's holding right now is like a crystallized quartz piece. And because it is cleansing, it helps keep itself cleansed, help cleanse you. But if you're doing musk work and blue musk, blue kyanite is a good one to pair with that for any work that's going to, you're trying to remove negativity, kind of create this sense of peace and just it's a little bit different than a holy or sanctified area, but that just calm and peace.
So it's wine in a stone.
We're going to get to pink tourmaline for the wine candle.
Oh, well, then there's weed in a stone.
Sure. And those of you that have been into the shop and you saw my mesa, that big balloon stone that was always my Mother Earth stone that everybody always wanted to hold and they would say that they felt better, was a big piece of blue kyanite. But the little ones here that we carry in the raw are 4. Those crystallized ones are 10. Now, if you were going to work with this and you want to keep a blue kyanite in your pocket, the crystallized ones are going to be better because it's not going to chip apart.
Oh, yeah, those do.
These are like a mica salty formation, and it will chip apart. It'll flake apart. You'll have a pocket full of blue kyanite dust. So using the crystallized version for pocket work or things that, if you're wanting to wear in jewelry or something, that is a version of blue kyanite to work with. But if you're just setting stones around the candles and you're trying to add that extra little bit of magic, the raw will be just fine for you. So kyanite works really well with blue spruce, or I'm sorry, blue musk, because I wrote spruce. Yeah.
Personally,
musk.
I try and always buy rough because I've seen that they fill these, and I just dropped it. Yeah, I saw on TV that they fill them with some kind of resin to make them smooth so they can polish them with all these nice sides. And I'm like, that's not cool. I don't think that's cool. Some people don't mind it. I mind it. I want my stone to be just a rock.
Yeah, because it's a very soft stone, so that's a crystallized.
It's very pretty. I wish I could show you the, there's no way this camera is going to pick up on, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Can you see a little bit of it in there? It's so cute. Okay, let's try Instagram.
Yeah, it's a little washed out on the Instagram.
Yeah, it's totally washed out on Instagram.
So, and the reason why I kept saying spruce was because I worked on these two together. Spruce helps to reduce anxiety, stress, and mental fatigue. And the stone that pairs really well, lepidolite.
Oh, okay.
And the fun fact, the reason why lepidolite is purple is the lithium. And so that whole reduction of stress, calming the mind, letting everything kind of calm down, reset, be able to kind of get to a steady norm so you can, come at your project again in a more calm manner. So lepidolite is great for that. So if you're burning spruce candles, or if you have, because I'm sure you can make wax melts too for people, lepidolite would be a good one to pair with that. So we have these really pretty, and they're dark. There's a lot of lithium in here. These are $12. I have like 3. They're very jumpy.
I have a big heart.
Yes. I hopefully can get more of those hearts in Tucson this coming year. So I have 3 of these left. They're nice dark purple, a lot more purple than the white mica in these guys. But that's always a fun fact. And that's always one of the things I like to put out to people who are like, the whole stone thing is bumpkiss. It doesn't really work. And I'm like, really? Because you like lithium, right? In your medication to calm down. Well, there's a reason why it works. So purple, lithium.
Don't lick it.
Yay.
COVID's on the rampage. So try not to lick things.
Yeah. No, that only happens at the Brew Fest when I go out.
That you lick things?
No, the customers want to lick the rocks because they think it's rock candy.
Oh.
So I usually have to put a sign on the table.
Drunk people.
If you lick it, you buy it. Only at the Brew Fest.
I was at the Japanese, I think she's Japanese artist down at the Cleveland Museum of Art. It was a big installation. Yakuma? God, why can't I remember her name? Anybody know her name? I keep thinking Yakuza, but that's the Chinese mafia, or
It's a different occupation.
Different occupation. Anyway, she's fabulous.
And
she had one installation that was giant
Luna
mirrored balls. I mean, and there were tons of them. They lined the walkway that you waited in the line for to get into the exhibit. And we were talking to the girl, and she's like, I never thought I would have to say, don't lick the balls so many times in my life. I'm like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Sometimes dealing with the public,
you get weird things.
Can be a little bit of a challenge.
Okay. While we're talking about this real quick too, like any of these scents can be made into any kind of candle you want to work with. If you want just like a taper candle, it can be made into that. If you just need some tea lights because you have a small altar and you're only doing, small things. If you want something gigundous, fine. If you want a tin with everything already in it, I can do that for you too. So whatever. And again, like I said, if you want the properties of the oil, but you need the color of something weird, like fuchsia. Don't ask me why I have fuchsia.
Hallie says it's Kasama.
Kusama, that's it. Kusama. I love her too.
Yay, Holly.
Good job, Holly. So, yeah, they can be made into any way, shape, or form that best suits what it is you want to do. If it's for your dog or your cat, I can make it into a dog or a cat. Yeah. There you go. So there, I'm done. Go ahead.
Cool.
Cool.
So feel free to put into the comments if there's a certain scent that you need in candle and what size. Let Nikki know.
Let me know.
Because your candle shop is where?
13807 Lakewood Heights Boulevard in technically Cleveland, Ohio, 44107.
But right across the street from.
Right across the street from Lakewood. If you go 8 feet out my door, it's Lakewood.
That's always so funny. I'm in Cleveland. I'm in Lakewood. I'm in Cleveland. I'm in Lakewood.
Lakewood picks up my garbage.
Well, that's hilarious.
I know, but all my street signs are Cleveland. It's weird.
All right.
All right.
What are we going to go to next?
Come visit me.
We have what? Jasmine next, because a little yellow candle is sitting in front of me.
Yeah.
So Jasmine, really good for lunar magic work, friendship, and divination and dreams. So, we do carry, the lavender, jasmine buds.
Yes.
Half ounce, $2. You can always sprinkle around your candle if you want. But I decided in working with these.
Throw that shit on yourself. Why waste it on the candle? Just
moonstone, and I can get it to show a little bit there. The black moonstone, divination, dreams, and the lunar magic. So it flashes a lot more in person. But then we just got back in the green moonstone.
ooh.
These are nice little palm sized, and if you want it on your altar as you're working.
Yeah, it has a weird white luminescence to it, and you're gonna think it's the light, but it's not. It's actually the luminescence on the stone. If I can get there. Oh, I had it for a second.
Yeah, that one.
I hope someone saw that. I'm not crazy, I swear. Well, I am, but this isn't why.
This one, you can kind of see it sparkling a little bit on here. So the little green ones are 8, the big black one 10. But the green moonstone's also called garnerite. So if you happen to see a sign garnerite, it's green moonstone.
Okay.
Black moonstone is black moonstone, not to be confused with larvicite. 2 separate stones, different properties, different things. So if you're doing jasmine working, or if your situation is that, you want to do a lot more lunar work, lunar connection, friendship, divination, or dreams, black and green moonstones would be the ones to help add to your candle working, and use jasmine and jasmine scented candles, wax melts, or room spray, though I would say use a natural room spray. I don't think there's a magically charged Febreze that's really going to give you the same effect as, rather than using the real thing if you can. But otherwise, add some jasmine flowers to your altar space, your working space, your candle. You put jasmine in the candle, or the little bits, so there's going to be real jasmine in the candle. But guys, feel free to comment, or we're going to go kind of quick. I might be talking really fast too because I felt rushed.
Did we receive clear quartz runes yet? I did.
I'd have to go check. We got a shipment in. There's been lots of stuff coming back in. We got a lot of the new decks that were supposed to be in like a month ago that finally showed up.
So we'll let you know soon. So you're not
Yes.
done going through boxes. There's a stack of them over there. You can't see it on camera, but it's there.
Yeah. I got a lot to put out before this weekend because I need the space for Psychic Fair on Sunday, and for Marianne to be here Saturday for 3 hours answering questions, signing books, hustling out her Quincy jewelry. So yeah, that's going to be quite a bit of work with all the
Sounds
stuff that's
like
been
fun.
coming in. Do you want to talk about one of them?
Do I want to talk about one of them?
Everlasting Goddess, hello. Thanks for joining us in Wellcraft Wares. We are going over some scents, their magical properties, the stones that you can pair with them. I think one of my favorite, the rainwater.
Oh, yeah.
Though I only have a dark blue, but you could make a light
I
blue.
can make it in a light blue, like that one.
Like this one. There we go.
There you go.
So
Or if you like the smell of rainwater and you want it in, pink.
So, I went with chalcedony because it looks like water. And rain's very cleansing. In the water, you can look in water, use it for scrying, reflection, and chalcedony helps you go into a more self-reflective state of mind, meditation. Why are you acting the way you're acting? Instead of reacting to what's going on around you, what is it with you that is reacting, and how can you heal that? How can you control that? So chalcedony is the stone to kind of pair with that.
Chalcedony.
Spelled chalcedony. Everybody calls it chalcedony. I don't know why that is.
I don't know what's proper. I just know somebody's sitting home going, I don't know what chalcedony is, and it's spelled chalcedony. So,
Oh, I'm glad they chose stones with us. I love watching little
yay.
kids get happy about stones
I
in the store.
know.
Like when I worked at Borders and the kids would get so excited about books, and that was just always a
makes
great
you
day.
feel good.
I know. So chalcedony, if you're wanting to do some self-work, some self-reflection, maybe working on releasing some things that does no longer serve you, and you're ready to kind of get into your shit. Rainwater, water scents.
I think she's
with
dropping
chalcedony.
hints that this is what I should be doing.
I'm just like, you're the candle lady, right?
I'm the candle lady.
Yes.
That's me. All right. What else we got?
So we have hazelnut. We grabbed this color candle.
Hazelnut. I love hazelnut. It
Uh,
just smells like winter. Yeah. I know they have winter smells, but to me, there's something about like hazelnut that just smells like winter. And
well, the chestnuts roasting.
the chestnuts, the
nutty.
fires, the nutty, that richness, that fall kind of heavy scent. I just love it.
So hazelnut is for wisdom, learning the mind, protection against evil.
Oh,
So I paired that with numite or nummit.
nubbit.
Yeah, again, Nuummite, numite or nummit. Take your pick. Nuummite. Because numite, as much as I really like black tourmaline, because I kind of forget about numite, it will
Black
protect
tourmaline's
you.
not my favorite.
It's not your favorite?
It's not my favorite.
When it comes to protection, and I should recommend this one more, it's not only against negativity, but ill wishing and curses, and sends it back to the person it came from. So numite, really good for protection against evil, be it, meanly evil intention.
Reverses it too.
Yeah. I know a lot of people because they're comfortable and they're used to hearing about
Black
hematite.
tourmaline. Oh, hematite, yeah.
Everybody's
Everybody's got hematite something.
And the whole thing of like, oh, but it absorbs negativity. Well, sure, but you're wearing it as a pendant. You got it in your pocket. Why the hell do you want the negative to get that damn close to you anyway? It has to penetrate into your aura to get into your jewelry or into your stone.
I was cleaning my altar and found a broken hematite ring that I put up there.
Mhm.
And I don't remember why I put it up there.
Was it cracked? Hey, Grieving Goddess.
It broke in 3 pieces, so yeah.
Oh, no. We had to send her one of your candles from last time.
Oh, hi.
Over.
I'm
Hopefully
over
your son
here.
enjoyed the candle.
I hope so.
So black tourmaline, because it helps keep things away rather than coming in.
Right.
But like I said, I kind of forget about numite because I don't always have it all the time. It can go into these fluctuations of whether or not I have it available to talk about it. So I kind of put it on a back burner, then I forget when I have it, but I've got it. It is a slightly more expensive stone. Instead of like $2-3 a piece, it is $5. And it's not the mica family, but it's one of the families where it has like the little flashies into it. And a fun little fact, if it's got blue, then technically it's astrophyllite or astrophyllite, another stone, 2 ways to say.
Some of these stones, there's like 12 ways to say them.
Right. Spelled one way, pronounced another. English is a fun language.
Sam Hain.
Yes. There was actually somebody shared a thing about like how the N and H or
The N is
it becomes
pronounced
like
as
an
a
H.
W, and the H.
Yeah.
silent, or the H and the A are
It's fun.
silent. It's something crazy, but
So, if you're needing protection and you're feeling especially like there's a lot going on that you need to clear and protect in, or if you're trying to work on wisdom and study in the mind and protecting those thoughts and what you're trying to accomplish with them, hazelnuts is a good scent to have and include some numite. I like numite better than nummit. Nummit, I think of the little old guys who are missing their teeth and they're like num num num. And that's just not cool.
That's
for rocks.
hilarious.
So I like numite rather than nummit. Numite. And I guess any stone is good for protection from negativity if you have a really good aim and you throw them hard enough. Aim for the face. Yeah, Holly's not a fan of hematite either. I will say that was one of the first ones I kind of started with, but it's everywhere. You can get hematite anything, anywhere.
Everywhere.
And then, started learning about some other things. And I'm like, well, this one's so much cooler.
There are some cooler ones.
But I like my numite.
Like numite.
I like numite.
Numite.
Where's my pile? What the hell? It's all gonna have to go back anyway. So feel free, guys,
to
comments, questions.
Yeah, I have books to look things up and everything.
It's like a little mini library of like notes, books,
right,
candles, rocks. All we need is dim lightings, a bunch of incense burning, a little cauldron in the middle, and we might look like we have some little witchy lab going up.
Let's just hope it doesn't look like a meth lab, because we don't want that to go up.
Whole different kind of meth lab, whole kind of different lab going on.
Different labs. Okay, keep going. I can't find what I want.
So, yalang,
or just lang.
Is the Y silent?
Yes, it's just lang.
Yalang.
A ling.
That's kind of fun to say.
My ling.
So the fun thing about that one, it's hormone regulating.
Really?
For women. Mm-hmm. It helps with insomnia, but it's also an aphrodisiac because of being hormone regulating.
It's in the love candles.
So the few times that I've seen the oil like represented, the labels were always blue for that. I'm not sure what color the flower or the plant is, like why it was always blue.
I have Google.
There we go. I grabbed a deep reddish purple color because I grabbed garnet to go with lang.
Oh, that's a good pairing.
Now,
it's yellow.
It's yellow. Well, yellow and red.
It comes from a kananga tree.
There we go. So garnet also helps stabilize sex drive. So if you're way overly stimulated, it helps bring it back to a...
The petals look like little bananas.
Oh, they do.
Bananas.
Lang. And garnet, if you have a pretty good sex drive, it's not over or under, it helps stimulate. So I know like when
what
people...
if it's been so long you don't remember?
Put one around the four corners of the bed. Garnet's a fun, but then again, like my birthstone's March, so it's always at aquamarine. It was always washed out. I've always been a fan of like garnet and ruby. And I'm like, why couldn't I have been born in one of those months? The pretty
January.
red ones. Yeah, March. Missed diamond by like 2 days, which I'm not a big diamond fan either, but
My
still.
second husband was a diamond.
But I know some people like they assume because garnet and it's red and it's sassy, they're like, oh, love. Like, garnet to pink tourmaline or rose quartz is like the one night stand,
but garnet
versus
in
lasting.
reality, and I know the color is going to be a little off. In reality, is really not red. I mean, it's really a darker. It's a reddish brown when they cut it and polish it and make it. They heat it probably.
They superheat it to get the red.
They superheat it to make it red. It's really not naturally a red stone.
It's sometimes you'll find little pieces. One of these had it Like there was a little area on the sphere that had kind of like that red, but
Right,
it's
yeah.
not common. Like they have to manipulate the stone to get that
Bright
red to come
red.
out. They have to do the same thing a lot with like emeralds and stuff.
Opals.
Lab create. So, if you need a little help, some aphrodisiac, some spiciness, go with garnet. Do not use garnet to find and attract that long-lasting relationship. This is more of your one-night stand.
I was going to say, use it if you just
stone.
want a one-night stand.
Or you're happily married, but everybody's been busy working or stressed, and you've just been kind of like ho-hum in the bedroom. Now bring garnet in. Use some ylang ylang. But don't use garnet to attract, your long-lasting
mate, because that's not what it's for. It's not going to work.
Take that as you will. Do what you want. But garnet, it's a pretty stone. I do like garnet and ruby. So garnet and ylang ylang or lang lang.
Lang lang.
Sounds like something you would hear a doorbell say. Lang lang, lang lang. Somebody's at the door. Lang lang, let him in. Somebody is because you brought him in. Do you want to talk about the properties of lemon lavender and why ametrine would be good to go with?
Lemon lavender, that is like our go-to. When in doubt, lemon lavender. You get such a variety of properties with those two things.
It's almost gone already.
I know, mine too.
They need to put more in these.
Our juice boxes are almost empty.
I'll pay $2 for more.
So lemon, citrus, I'm just gonna ramble.
Well, Sandra says lemon lavender sounds fan-fucking-tastic.
It is fan-fucking-tastic.
I added the fan-fucking-tastic. She just said fantastic. I added the extra sentence enhancer.
Because you always go the extra mile. You go, girl. Boom.
Sentence enhancers.
All right. So let's see. Lemon, citric acid, citrus things. I can't talk. They conduct electricity. So they're good for moving energy around, and they're a good uplifting, kind of energizing scent. And then the lavender kind of brings you the balance. It absorbs some of your negativity, brings you more into focus. It calms you at the same time. You get that energy from the lemon, which sounds like opposites, but really it's not. If you're finding yourself kind of scatterbrained, lavender, when you got to get something done, really nice, because you do get that calming center and that energy to keep moving. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you kind of come to a focused point.
A focused point, and then move on from there. I really, and it just smells amazing. Like we mix things all the time. And when in doubt, we'll add a little lemon lavender. It'll be great.
Fixes everything.
It fixes everything.
It's like chocolate. Fixes everything.
It smells so good.
And wine.
And wine.
Naturally, I went with ametrine, which trying to show, this is a really nice, there's so much yellow, it's almost orangey. But trying to show that
on camera
is going to be hard. But ametrine, and it's got the added benefit, like ametrine also helps with prosperity too. So you can also use this in prosperity work. And a fun little fact, lemon juice, real lemon, is really good.
Yellow
is really great for cleansing energetic and magical workings. So if you're kind of working on something and you're a little unsure and you want to undo some stuff, get your lemon out. Or if you're thinking something's going on and, you're not quite sure, get some lemon out. I always one up Sandy.
Okay, it's not a great picture, but you can see the yellow when I run the flash when I use the flash on the picture in the stone.
Yeah.
That beautiful yellow in there. And I'm not a good photographer, Laura, so don't pick on me.
Just be careful if you're using citrus oils on yourself for magical work because they are photosensitive to where you'll burn in the sun. So
Yes.
be mindful of that. But if you're just cleansing space, depending on what your space is, you can use, lemon to help cleanse. Be careful of your wood finish,
Yeah.
or Florida water will work too. But that's a whole other thing.
That's a whole thing.
I need all the energy. Me too, Sandy. There wasn't enough coffee today. And I'm probably, if the Panera is still open, I'm going to get another free cup of coffee on my way home.
You go, girl.
Damn right. I'm going to make them regret that $9 a month, all free coffee every 2 hours. I might be the reason why they cancel that out. Just saying.
All right. Cinnamon?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
Red. Carnelian.
I love carnelian.
Cinnamon's very energizing. Like it wakes you up.
Yeah. It'll take over though. You gotta watch out. Go light with cinnamon because damn.
So Sandra, cinnamon would be a good candle to burn, trying to stay awake and trying to have energy. And carnelian stimulates the sacral chakra. So a lot of energy that way. Good for artists too because of that. If you're in a funk, if you're in a block.
Oh, carnelian or cinnamon or both?
Carnelian, definitely. Cinnamon could.
Cinnamon also, cinnamon draws it. It draws money, but it doesn't in a weird way. It's not like you're just going to sit around and
you have to work for it.
You have to work for it, but it instills the work in you. Like it's not like, okay, I got the stone, but I still got to do. And it's not like you're begrudgingly doing it. It's almost like the cinnamon kind of motivates you to do the work to get the money. If that, it's uplifting in a way.
It kind of helps make the physical actions match the
goal
and the intention.
Right.
Makes it a better intention instead of sitting around wishing.
Yeah, don't sit and wish.
Because wishing kind of comes from that place of lack, like you wish you had something. So you're always in lack.
That's true.
So when you're working towards something, then the universe is more likely to bring it to you than going, man, I wish I had $1 million.
Yeah, I'm going to sit on my couch and play the lottery.
It's kind of like where you have to go buy the ticket. Like, I'm going to win the lottery, but I never buy a ticket.
You're probably better off. Save your money and spend it somewhere else.
Right. Laura says she's covered in carnelian. I got plenty. I just got some more in because my shelf is getting empty. One of my local, or not local, but one of my regular vendors came up and she opened up the back of that truck and 5 hours later had hand-picked a shit ton of rocks that a week later I'm still almost done putting away.
I will say that I have this design. What do they call this? Is this like a fire swirl or I don't know.
I call them, flames. I call them flames.
I have this in pink quartz, and when the sun hits it in the middle of the day, it is just beautiful. I mean, just because of the way I think it's cut, it sparkles in different ways. It's so pretty. So if you don't have anything cut like this, you should get it because it's just fun to sit and watch.
And that being said, be careful with quartz in your window.
It's not in my window.
Okay, cool.
It's on my altar. It's just when the window at like 3 o'clock, when the sun comes down enough to go in and hit it. And it's just beautiful when it happens.
The real reason why you should cover your crystal balls is you'll start fires with the sun hitting it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's not really this mysterious, like, oh, no, it's. And there was a little
refracts.
Adorable Chinese lady in Tucson who was trying to burn the hotel down. And I kept telling her, like, cover your stuff. Because I was picking up her spheres. I'm like, what is this shit on my hands? And she had like those plastic tubs that you see busboys or bus people use in restaurants. And they were all like piled in there. And this was one of the shows where not only the hotel room on the ground floor is a showroom, but then they line tables out in walkways from the door. And she was just standing there watching. And I'm like, what the hell? And I kept washing my hands. And next thing I know, I see the smoke coming up from the plastic tub. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like covering
it on fire.
And she's like, no, for sale. And I'm like, you're going to burn down the hotel. And I had to like wait for it to start again and then show her and be like, no, you need to move these. Either get them out of the sun or cover them because you're going to burn down the gem show.
I love people.
That was fun. That kept the gem show that day interesting.
Selenite.
Sandy says, make those candles. I know where to get the stones.
Make which candles?
I think the cinnamon.
The cinnamon?
The
Okay, I got
minimum.
you.
Make the minimum candles.
The cinnamon
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with.
with my siamones.
Sure. So, you have beer scents
I have beer scent.
for the fellas.
It
or
is
for the
not
ladies.
an essential oil. I don't think there is such a thing.
I imagine your beer candles being this color-ish.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
It actually comes in a beer glass and it's got head.
You said head.
I said head
It's
on
got
purpose. I could have said foam, but I wanted to say head.
head. It's late. And our childish humor is coming out. She said head.
It's late.
So beer is actually really cleansing.
I had no
It's like
idea.
Yes. There's a really fun book, Blackthorn. There's actually 2 books that I have at the house. And I keep thinking like there needs to be like a sub-series put together. And I'm trying to rope Joan into it. I have the Mixology for Astrology and then 2 books on magical drinking. And the one book goes into like even the magical properties of the shapes of the glasses and like whiskey, beer, wine, tequila, and all of that. And beer is very like cleansing and grounding. So if you think about it, how many people go get a beer after work? They're like, oh, there you go. And that's why. That is kind of like
Cleansing
this
and grounding.
subconscious. And you think about like the hops and everything that it's made out of.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very.
It's healthier for you than a soda.
I wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't doubt it at all. So because of that, I figured selenite. Because what better cleansing stone
Than selenite.
than selenite? Like it never needs cleansing itself, and it cleanses other things.
Yeah.
Touch
have
my balls.
my selenite vampire killers.
Oh, the steaks.
I had them out yesterday. I love selenite. I don't know what it is,
And I got big old hearts.
but I don't know. I can feel it when I hold it.
Mm-hmm. We have hearts.
I like
Big old
the
hearts.
heart.
The big heart, $25.
Make you holla?
That's right. If you want a $25 heart, holler in the comments.
There you go.
I got 3 left. 3 spheres too. 3 balls that Nikki is fondling one.
I'm fondling the ball.
We can get you non-fondled balls of selenite. Not to be confused with the giant copper balls of death that I have.
Oh, those are amazing. If you haven't seen her copper balls of death, they're amazing.
Come in, look at my balls. This has become an PG-13
The balls.
rated R live.
All right, what else we got going on here?
I'm getting sleepy. What else do we have? What happened? Oh, wine.
Wine.
Go over wine.
Red wine. I have grape wine. There's Merlot.
Peaty.
The grape wine is very grapey.
That's
Would
kinda
go
grapey.
wonderfully with that.
Pink tourmaline.
Pink tourmaline.
A lot of heart-centered romance.
Is there a difference between like the pink tourmaline and the black tourmaline
and the blue tourmaline
and the blue tourmaline
and the
and
orange
and I
tourmaline
think there's like a greenish one
and the watermelon
and the
where
watermelon.
the pink has to be encapsulated by green, otherwise it's just bicolor. Don't let them fool you and charge you too much.
Aha! Tricks of the trade.
And the color tourmaline, that's not pink, like the blues, the greens, the yellows, and they're like getting freaking expensive. It's like by the ounce, even in gem shows.
So it's like beeswax.
Yeah. Every year I hope to come back with some nice colored tourmaline from Tucson. And I'm like, there's no way you can take that right back with you.
By the way, that's the reason I don't make beeswax candles very often, because beeswax is like $2 an ounce.
So there we go. We just got some of these back in. It's kind of hard to see the pink in here. But a lot of pink. And we've got a whole jar full of these. These are only $6. But the pink tourmaline while you're sipping your glass of wine. And then I thought this one shows it a little better in here when the light's not glaring on it.
I like that one.
There's a couple smaller points. This big one, 54, because again, color
It's huge.
tourmaline.
And it's pink.
Yeah, it's big. Again, could be used for negativity. Aim for the eyes. It's nice and pointy. It goes really well with the wine for the whole heart, the romance, the slowing, the self attention, pampering. That's the word I'm looking for, self pamper.
I thought it was masturbating.
That's back to garnet.
Oh, okay. I'm wrong.
That's a garnet topic, not pink tourmaline. You could probably use rose quartz too with the rose colored wine
Oh, nice
and
rosé.
romance. Yeah,
Yes.
but I like my dark sweets.
On my sandwich board outside, it says "Stop and smell the rosé candles."
That's pretty witty. Did you come up with that all by yourself?
I did.
Nice. Nice. All right. Anybody got questions? Because I'm running out. I'm looking at like 2, maybe 3 left. Has it been an hour yet? As I keep kicking the table with my knee.
I have no idea.
What time is it?
It is 8:11. What's the green one? What's the green one?
The green one? The green one is what? Irish moss.
Irish moss.
Actually, this is, no, I'm sorry.
No.
We're going with bayberry. Irish moss is going to be a different green one. But you pointed to this one.
Yeah, I did point to that one.
Mossy.
Ooh.
Not to be confused with bossy.
I'm mossy. I'm the girl for love.
I'm not familiar with that song.
Oh, I will have to indoctrinate you.
I don't know if I want to, but that smirk, that means I'm not going to enjoy this.
No, you'll love it. It was my ringtone for a certain person.
Only if I get the backstory to go with it.
Okay, off camera.
So Irish moss.
Irish moss smells very green.
Money flow. And
Money
if you think
flow.
of moss and growing, what crystal helps you get organized and stop procrastinating?
I have the book for that.
Carnelian, sunstone. Both are, which also side topic, great for anybody that suffers with seasonal affective disorder, not enough sunlight, because we're in Ohio, or if you're anywhere where there's not enough sun in wintertime, those are great for that too. What? Is it not in there?
No. Don't buy this book. It sucks.
Anyway, back to Irish moss while she looks that up.
Irish moss.
Money flow. So green aventurine. Green aventurine is great. This is a nice dark. I'm like, ooh, we can see the green on it.
That's very green.
Again, pointy, aim for the eyes. All stones reflect against negativity. If you throw them hard enough and you have a good aim. But growth, money growth, the flow, as you think about it, moss kind of spreads.
Red jasper or leopard skin jasper, which I've never heard of. But red jasper are helpful crystals for organization, and particularly in your own space.
Laura says Bossy gives her strip club flashbacks.
I can see why. Oh.
Any tips for white candle magic or rehire? I'm sorry.
Rehire candle magic. You're trying to get rehired? I'm assuming.
There's the follow-up. Been working on a truest desire.
Been some time.
So are you trying to manifest going back to that job, or just manifest a job, period?
He's trying to get rehired. I would try, first of all, I would work on you and get centered and grounded and very kind of, because COVID's got us a little bit all over the place, and there's all these weird new rules and not having a job and having a job and changes in unemployment, and you're getting a stimulus and you're not getting a stimulus, and everybody's kind of a mess. So my first suggestion is ground yourself, get yourself back to center, spend some time working on you and try and pull a little bit of peace. That being said, once you're done with that, you want to get a good road opener candle, maybe some road opener oil, and you probably want to expand beyond your last company.
I was going to say, sometimes when you keep trying on something and you don't get it, is because
you're not
done.
supposed to. Right. So I would get a good road opener candle and see what doors you can open. Try some different doors.
Look laterally is kind of the impression I'm getting, laterally and slightly back. And for me, that's going to be...
I'm getting this.
So if there's a similar company company or industry that may have availability, like go there and even look at a slightly different position. And it may even be something that would pay better than what you were used to. If you've already paid, and it's hard to say with who you paid and why, were they legit? But if you yourself are also trying to do this and it's not coming through, then that door is closed. It's time to look beyond. And I keep seeing, like, if you're here, it's like here and then slightly back. So similar in the industry and a slightly different type of position in the job. So if you were at your previous job, like a decent amount of time where you were kind of learning somebody else's job as some higher up that you were like, my God, I have to do your job too, and I do it better than you, then make sure somehow you're putting that on your resume and say, by the way, it wasn't my job, but I knew how to do XYZ and it produced these results. And don't be so vested in getting that old job back.
Don't narrow your focus so much.
Because usually there's better waiting for you and you can't get that door to open.
Right.
Think outside the box and be willing and welcoming of the opportunity when it comes in.
Right.
Don't immediately
Don't turn your nose up at things. Hear them out.
Mm-hmm. Have that conversation, because it could always lead into something better.
Right.
You can always say no later, but always entertain it in the beginning. Even though I acknowledge I need to. Yeah, let it go, let it stop. So do some work on yourself of learning to be comfortable with that change. Welcoming it in. Think about how relaxed you're going to be when you are in a different position that feels good to you, that you could be making more money, you could have better workers around you, you're less stressed, it's more secure. So start planning that out and be willing and comfortable with the idea of getting ready to be in a better position. Sometimes the devil isn't where you need to stay.
That's true.
So let that door stay locked. It's in the past. Be welcoming of anything new coming in and work towards it. Be willing to welcome it in.
Right. Talk to those people that you wouldn't normally talk to. Say hi to somebody in the coffee shop. I feel like you're 1 degree of separation from something different, and either you're not seeing it or you're not taking advantage of it. But there's somebody you need to talk to that's going to tell you about the job you're supposed to be at.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, I can't be more specific than that, but it could be the barista at Starbucks for all you know. You just don't know. Yeah.
Right. Next.
What
do you have to say about teakwood?
Not a lot. I don't know a lot about teakwood.
What?
I know.
It's a very holy wood, considered sacred.
It makes great floors.
It's full of blessing energy.
My son's got a beautiful teak coffee table. So
it's very auspicious, very good luck, very blessing.
Really?
But because it's considered kind of like a holy type of wood, kind of like Palo Santo.
Mm-hmm.
I figured angelite would go good with that.
It would. Teak's very strong, though. It is a very strong scented wood.
An angelite, nice light blue, heavenly, angely, holy. Cue the angels singing here. Oh. Right. I can't sing. We don't want me doing it.
That was very good.
It's also very calming. So if you figure, if you need to learn to step back, get meditative, get back into your sacred space and your divine connection, angelite's going to help you do that. Be it guides, your ascended masters, the higher beings. I can't remember if it really gets into the whole Star Alliance thing, but at least you can get up to your angels. It's a nice, pretty blue. And I have had more clients who have really bad anxiety, have better calming and settling with angelite than amethyst. I know a lot of people don't get me wrong, I love amethyst, but I get tired of how it fixes every fucking thing.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
That's everybody's. Oh, just get a piece of amethyst.
No. Damn it. No.
And if you're in doubt and you really don't know,
Fine,
sure,
I have another piece of angelite.
amethyst.
Fine. And mine's bigger because size matters.
Get that.
Give
me that.
Angelite.
Angelite.
So if you want to get back into sacred work, divine work, meditation, kind of getting back into that, working with your angels and your guides, Angelite's going to help you do it. And if you or somebody in your family, kind of suffers with anxiety, just pick it up and hold it. These are massage wands. So if you're into like your pressure points or, finding yourself being a little stressed.
This is what I like to call a murder point. You could like hold it steadily while bashing someone's shitty thoughts out of them.
Very not calming.
It'd make me calm if they shut up. Am I wrong? If they be quiet, then wouldn't you be calmer?
Angelite, teak wood, holy, angelic.
All right, I'll say an Our Father while I do it.
Don't kill people with it.
Oh.
I think we only have like one more, maybe the Irish moss.
Irish moss.
And what's fun, and how can you not go with dendritic agate? Because it looks like moss in there.
It does. I didn't think of that.
But Irish moss is another one for like money and growth. So here we go. And dendritic agate is great for the whole new job, new career, new business, money, all things that need to grow. There you go. I have another one.
Stealing all our stones tonight.
I have two more. If you see this looking type of stone and it's got the name Merlinite, it's the same damn thing.
Oh, is it?
Yes. There's a fun little company that likes to copyright names and charge you a hell of a lot more for it. We're not going to say that company's name because I don't need to get sued.
Because I actually made a candle named Merlin's Woods, and that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. So dendritic agate.
Wondering, it smells like the woods.
Great for money, growth, new ventures, all things you want to grow and be successful. Also called Merlinite. There is a price difference usually for one name for the other because of the whole copyright thing.
I like this one because it's almost like it's opaque on one side and almost kind of translucent on the other. And it is really kind of cool in its duality.
Yeah, these are cabochons ready for jewelry. They're normally $30. I'll do them for like $10 tonight, just because. Why not?
Just because.
Maybe it's my
Boats and hoes. What? Sandy, what are you talking about, boats?
I like this one because it's like the way it looks.
I like this one because it's kind of got the yin and the yang thing going on.
So yeah,
yin and the yang.
Merlinite, dendritic agate.
Cool.
Then Mystic Merlinite, which is not on our list, but we're going to throw it out there because we're on the Merlinite topic.
What do you know about sandalwood?
Indigo Gabbro. Sandalwood, it smells really good. I started writing healing, exorcism, spirituality, protection.
Sandalwood?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
Because that's another one I tend to like to throw in things. It's a nice earthy, take it down, kind of scent. And it's always personally been a favorite. So, but I never really bothered to look and see what it did. Now I know.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very fascinating.
It's kind of broad reaching as I'm like thinking, okay, healing.
All right, next week is bring your own juice box. So just be prepared.
Yeah, the Walmarts have these things for $1.
They're $2 at Drug Mart.
Really?
It says so on the sticker. Drug Mart's ripping you off.
Go to Walmart.
Go to Walmart.
As much as I'm usually like, oh man, Walmart. But I mean, for $1.
I hate Walmart, but liquor. So
But yeah, sandalwood covers healing.
Oh, teak boats. Yes, they use a lot of teak on boats. Very good, Sandy.
Boats and hose.
Boats and hose.
I can't get into Will Ferrell movies.
That one was funny though.
It's got those one-liners. Did
It's
we just
the-
become best friends?
Let's go build bunk beds. Want to do karate in the garage?
Don't touch my drums.
It's the Catalina wine mixer.
That's all I know.
I could probably pull a few more out, but
Now, if you want to do Princess Bride, I can probably say that whole damn
oh,
movie
I think
from beginning and end.
you and I could probably just play the different characters back and forth. We got costumes over there. Maybe we'll do that
Ooh.
one night. We'll do a scene from Princess Bride,
That would be hilarious.
the poison scene.
But who's going to be Andre the Giant?
He wasn't in the poison scene.
No, he wasn't. He was in like everything else.
Yep.
I miss him.
That
He
was just
fun.
her and Hottie and Dorky.
What was his real name? Not Carrie Ellis, the other guy.
He just died.
He did.
I know.
Did you
That's
see
sad.
where the Hollywood actors all did scenes and they spooned it together?
Yes, that was
That was hilarious.
fantastic. I loved it.
I might honestly, despite always wearing Nightmare Before Christmas shirts, I do think The Princess Bride beats out Nightmare Before Christmas for me.
Oh, I think Princess Bride beats probably everything.
Everything.
And people will go, "What's your favorite movie?" And I'm always like, "Oh," and then like 10 minutes later, I'm like, "Princess Bride, duh! Why didn't I just say that?"
All the time, always wins. Never a fail.
There's never a time it's been on TV that I changed the channel.
Oh yeah, no, it's always on.
Yeah.
I have it on DVD, even though I no longer have anything that will play DVD.
Oh, I own it on Amazon and Vudu and one other channel, I realized. So I bought it 3 times, not including there's probably a DVD somewhere in my house.
There we go. I think one of not the last. Which bus trip was it?
I didn't go. I don't know.
One of the bus trips to Lilydale. Like normally we would show movies on the way back just to let everybody like sleep, and I put in the Princess Bride. And I'm like, we just spiritual our ass off all day. We need something fun and grounding. So I stuck that in on the bus, and everybody loved it, even though who have never seen it. I'm like, how were you alive in the 80s and you
And
did
never
not
saw
watch
it.
this movie?
I know it had everybody, and it was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that movie. I'm gonna go home and watch it now.
large size.
I can't sleep anymore, so I'm just gonna
Go watch The Princess Bride.
over and over until
I find that
tomorrow morning.
insomnia. I turn on Ancient Aliens, and the narrator's voice knocks me out all the time.
I hate Ancient Aliens.
Or the now that I realize that channel
David
slash-
Attenborough,
Mhm.
the British nature guy he's literally 92 years old. He might be 93 now. He and the Queen share the same birthday.
Random fact.
Random fact.
Throw that out there.
Well, he was on their birthday. He went to visit her, and they were touring the gardens, and there was a sundial that apparently had been there for quite some time because a tree canopy had grown over it. And he's like, "Well, it's not very effective that way, is it? Just kind of, making light of
It's
the
a shade
situation."
dial.
She had it moved the next day.
She
But
gets
anyway,
shit
he does
done.
all the nature documentaries. I find his voice incredibly soothing. Like I could just listen to him for days and days and days.
Yeah, the Ancient Alien guy or channel, like, because I just have the antenna because I'm not home enough to pay for any
I
cable.
don't have cable either.
3-2 is nothing but constant true crime. And I will fall
Oh,
asleep listening to,
True crime.
which you would think would give me nightmares. But I'm like, ah.
No, I don't really get nightmares from true crime.
I don't.
Although sometimes they just make me mad.
I did watch on Netflix they just put it out, I thought. That Family Next Door, where it was the guy who killed his 2 daughters and the wife and put the girls in the oil barrel or in the,
Oh yeah.
and it was all done from like Facebook, and it was really well done, but
yeah.
that made me mad.
Some of them just make me mad.
All right, guys, if you have any questions, go ahead, and I'm out of rocks. Oh, wait, we didn't do amber.
Amber. I love amber.
And now I'm tempted to go turn off the lights and grab the black light because I found out black light.
Amber glows.
Yes, and so does Magano calcite in a bright hot pink. It's really pretty.
Ooh.
Amber. Amber does what?
Amber is a resin from a tree that traps mosquitoes so we can create dinosaurs.
Sure.
I don't know what the magical properties of amber are. What are they?
Yeah, I was hoping you knew because in my brilliantness, I wrote amber, arrow, amber, black amber.
Oh,
thinking I would remember that because that's the greatest lie I tell myself
well,
all
let's
the
see
damn
if it's in
time.
this useless book.
Would be about that color.
I
I'm gonna have to do a black light live with all the stones that react to black light.
Ametrine. I want
That
to
would be
do.
really fun.
I want to take all your stone chips and
Woo.
throw them in the kiln and see if any of them turn colors or which ones turn colors. No, amber's not in here. Not shocked.
Look how pretty. Cue the
Magical properties of amber.
Sandy.
Amber soothes the nerves as well as the spirit and imparts a sense of protection. Amber is a powerful stone for manifestation. There you go. It will help. It is a powerful protector and it will align one's everyday self to higher spiritual realms. So there you go. Ascension.
I don't think any of these ones have the little bugs, though I do have amber rings. And there's a couple of them that have teeny tiny little bugs.
You can get the ones with bugs at the museum. Smoky quartz or amethyst chips.
Yes. I had to think about it. Like, did they come in? Yes, sure did. We have them in like big 1 pound bags, and they're probably around like 14 or 16 for a big 1 pound. And then we've started breaking down some of those 1 pound into like 1 ounce because some people are like, I don't need a shit ton of chips.
I do.
So we started doing like little 1 ounce bags of the chippy chips.
More.
It just looks so cool. Like when you hope something shows really good on the screen, it doesn't. But when you're like, here's amber, then it looks
gorgeous.
fantastic.
Yeah, maybe we should do that. I'll take a bunch of rocks and put them in the kiln. You take a bunch and put them under a black light. See what happens.
Oh, I went through the other day with a black light and looked at like, I'm like, what else in here reacts that I forgot or didn't know about? And then I bought a black light bulb today from Walmart. And I'm like, I need to make a display
Of the stuff
for,
that glows.
yeah. And then maybe do like a quick live one day, like, look at this, look at this, look at this. Get your black light out. Have fun.
Have fun.
Yes.
Don't take it in your bedroom.
Why? Never mind. Anyway, yeah.
It's been good to see everybody.
What else would be great? I'll be in a. You're most welcome. Welcome. Because we got lapis back in, malachite chips back in.
Amber helped my stepdad heal a kidney issue. Baltic amber. Baltic amber is supposedly the best.
Amber is one of those ones too. Like it'll help with pain, but it needs to touch the skin.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not many that are that specific. Like it has to touch the skin, but it's a really good healing one.
I feel like they all really, if you're going to use it for that intention, it should touch you.
Most of them just need to be within 2 feet. And like it doesn't do you any good to leave your rocks in your purse and you leave your purse in the kitchen when you come home and then you're sitting 3 rooms away in the living room.
Also, when you shove them in your bra because you don't have pockets and
Grandma
then you go
calls
to
that the
take a
gravel pit.
shower, you should probably try and remember that you shoved rocks in your bra before you take it off.
Grandma calls her bra her gravel pit.
Oh,
Hawaiian grandma.
it was the bat utility belt for our old secretary. Yeah. Linda, I need a pencil. I need tissue. She just, everything.
I don't
was
know if
in
I would
there.
use a tissue that came out of a bra.
I need a tissue bad enough.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And
I think that was all she had in there, though,
was tissue.
stuff.
Did they deflate during the day as you guys requested things out of the bra?
Oh, I don't remember. They
Should
there
use cup
really
sizes.
wasn't. She recently passed from lung cancer, and I miss her.
Aw.
But she was a great person and lots of fun. Very funny. Don't mess with her though; she'll kill you. Tiny little thing. Kick
Done
your
that
ass.
many times. There was a one summer, like I kept wearing my long, like witchy broom skirt. 'Cause It was so hot and had rocks because no pockets in the skirt. And I remember like Rune was getting shoes and like I was doing the thumb test to make sure. And as I bent over like rocks, and he was so horrified because there was somebody else in the aisle. And he's like, Mom. He's like, I don't need shoes today. And like walked away. And I'm like, yes, you do. Get back. He's like, no, because you keep dropping rocks out of your shirt. Now he would be like, really? He just roll his eyes and go with it. But
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, what's that one for?
yeah.
All right.
Kids, I live to embarrass mine, I think.
Well, we are taking off. You guys have a lovely, lovely week and what's left of it
Yep.
and the weekend. And also, if anybody wants to come over and help me pack, I would love that. I don't know when I'll be home. You can just go without me. Just go. If anybody asks, just tell them you're there packing. They'll shut up.
Nikki said I could come.
Yep.
We got the live tomorrow night. Me, Colleen, and Sandy.
Yep.
Jewelry and new stuffs.
Jewelry.
So catch us tomorrow. We'll see how much wine we have tomorrow. We'll
I
see.
won't be here, but drink some for me.
Here's Nikki's glass. Here's my glass.
Yes.
Live vicariously through the wine glass.
Yes. I think you should get another one of these and pretend it's mine.
Right?
Those
All
were
right,
very
everybody.
good.
It's a good thing it's empty.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Live long and prosper.
Nanu, nanu.
No, that's like the